Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday, December 29th, 2020 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, King of the Ice himself, Philly Pete. And we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope everyone had a phenomenal Christmas. Hope everyone had a great weekend as well. A lot of cash outs for fantasy, daily fantasy, that is. Fantasy championships. Congratulations to those who won their fantasy championships representing. So I won 4 out of 5, and what can I say? I won about close to, I guess I should say about close to $2,000. So very successful fantasy this year for me once again. That's why I'm the NFL DFS guru on Twitter as we speak. But congratulations to those that won their respectful championships this year in fantasy. Whether it's Yahoo or ESPN, CBS, whatever it may be, congrats to all. And speaking of that topic, let me tell you guys about MyBookie. This show, Pete's Power Plays, as always, is sponsored by MyBookie.ag. Go to the website, MyBookie.ag, create an account on MyBookie. Use the promo code 12Ounce Sports. That's 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces. Once again, when signing up for an account for MyBookie.ag, use the promo code 12Ounce Sports, and from there they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Simple as that. All sports are back, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, we have hockey returning very soon, about 15 days away. NBA's in full gear. You have college basketball. You got college football bowl games. NFL playoffs are right around the corner, so all sports are back. And what better way to start cashing large than, once again, MyBookie.ag. Use that promo code 12Ounce Sports, all caps, and they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. And always remember to gamble responsibly. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. It's Zingo. Zingo TV, channel 761. Make sure you download the app. Ladies and gentlemen that are out there tuning in from Zingo TV, welcome aboard to this Tuesday, new week, new episode of Pete's Power Plays, December 29th, 2020. We are rocking and rolling into the new year. 2020 is coming to an end very soon, thank God. But those that don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you get it. It is a free app. It's a free app. Everyone loves free stuff nowadays. It's a free app. Download it. It's on every streaming platform device out there. And once again, download it, use the promo code 12Ounce, 12OZ, and once again, Zingo TV, channel 761. Last but not least, Amazon. We just had the holidays. The holidays are still here, but you still have anniversaries, birthdays, celebrations, whatever it may be, maybe even baby showers, wedding showers, whatever it may be. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. That is our Amazon link. And, start buying some stuff and helping us out. We always love to give back to you all as well. So once again, www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. So today, like I said, last week was a short week. Of course, we had, I didn't have my show on Thursday, so I haven't talked to you guys and ladies out there since last Wednesday. It's almost been a week. Crazy how time flies. But I'm back, and this is the last week. This is the last week of 2020 for me. I will be doing my New Year's Eve show. Okay, I will be doing a New Year's Eve show, special edition, of course. So you'll have me all week this week, so don't worry about it. And it's the last week before we hit 2021. So we're gonna rock 2020 out with a bang, as we should. And let's start off with NFL DFS. So DFS was amazing. NFL DFS was absolutely amazing this weekend. Starting off with first and foremost. Here, per Pierre LeBrun, real quick, Chicago Blackhawks fans, you won't be happy about this, but Captain Jonathan Toews won't be at camp, and he will miss the start of the season due to an illness. They expect an official announcement shortly from the team, so hopefully it's nothing COVID-related. Toews is obviously a big part of that organization, and to have him miss the camp and miss the start of the season due to an illness, you can only hope for the best. So our prayers are with you, Taze, and hopefully you have a speedy recovery and get back on the ice so we can see you. But back to DFS. Uh, the Christmas lineup was unbelievable. I mean, Alvin Kamara was my MVP for a reason. I mean, and those that had him in fantasy football, well, you easily cashed out. You easily won your championship, no problem. I mean, he easily gave you guys 55 to 60 points, depending on what your scoring system is like in fantasy. But Kamara, basically, my buddy in my one league, my friends league, he had Kamara, got him 59 points. So right then and there, that's just game over. Like sayonara to the team that you're playing because they have no shot at coming back. Projections were out the butt too. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's insane. I think his projection after that game, he was projected to win by 80 points. I don't care about projections. They don't mean much at all. They don't mean anything really because you never know. But if you had Kamara in your lineups for championship DFS, or let alone for fantasy football championships, game over. I mean, they should have given you your championship trophy and your money on the spot right there. But Kamara obviously was the MVP, as you all know. But also, congratulations to everyone who tailed the free DFS lineup. You guys got, and ladies, got doubled your money. Clients also rocking out. They got doubled their money as well, maybe a little bit more. But hey, we keep on rolling. It's the gift of giving. It was a great Christmas lineup, and I hope everyone cashed out because I know we all did. We all did. So once again, Philly Pete coming true to everyone and bringing some extra holiday cheer in your stockings or gifts this year with a nice cash out, double your money in return for FanDuel and DraftKings, whatever it may be. Congratulations. Also, the other night, another Sunday NFL DFS money maker as well. Those people that tailed my free NFL DFS lineup on Sunday, once again, that's twice in a couple days, cashing out double your money again. I mean, again, who can compare to the guru on Twitter when it comes to NFL DFS? Nobody. That's why I'm the best. This is why what I do. This is why I love this this stuff, So the reason why, here we are. So the DFS king, and I'll say it, but once again, cashing out double your money, clients tripling their money. This has been one stellar year. We're breaking records from last season and 2 seasons ago when I started doing NFL DFS lineups for clients, and for free, and for free as well for all you out there that like to tail my lineups. But like I said, double your money once again for the free lineup. Clients tripling, and clients are out the wazoo this year when it comes to daily fantasy for FanDuel and DraftKings. They are going nuts right now. In Fuego for the entire year. I also, like I said, I had a bunch of you sign up the other day because they saw what happened with the DFS. They wanted to hop on board, and they ended up buying the hockey package as well. Discounted off. You have 2 days left. You have today. You have to the 31st. Okay? Once midnight strikes, when the ball drops, January 1st, I'm done. There's no more with this discount. It's going back to the regular price. So everyone is taking advantage of this. I had a handful of you sign up this morning. I have some right now as we speak coming through via DMs. I will get to you when the show is over and set you up with what we have going on. So, take advantage of it, ladies and gentlemen. Really, it's the best discounted package you can get out on Twitter right now. I'm giving it half off for literally 5 and 1. Again, I'll run it by for you all. It's my season package for the NHL, Stanley Cup futures. You also get my NFL DFS for the season and playoff DFS. And you know the hell DFS has been all year for us. So I mean, let's cash out large. So, and NHL playoffs too. I forgot NHL playoffs, NHL season cup futures, NFL DFS lineups, and playoffs. So take advantage of it now, ladies and gentlemen. Really, truly do. You have a couple days left. But DFS has been on fire this whole season, and there we go. So let's get into while we are in sport relation here, Stanley Cup. All right, Stanley Cup odds. So, like I said, I mean, the Colorado Avalanche are the preseason Stanley Cup favorites for, of course, this upcoming season. Now they're at 6-1. I gave out a free client VIP Stanley Cup future for everybody, and it was the Avalanche at 9-1. You're not going to get that anymore. Okay, 6-1 right now is the Avalanche. That's why I gave it out early for everybody to cash it in. and get your ticket for that, because everyone knew it was going to drop at some point. So every one of you basically, I know for a fact, have it at 9-1. Some have it 8-1. Now it's at 6-1. So, that's why you got to take advantage of these odds when they come out first. And then, of course, when you see the transactions happening and the free agency, then they start dropping. So right now, the Avs have a talented young core of star players led by Hart Trophy runner-up Nathan MacKinnon, and they're looking to bounce back from an upset loss by Dallas in the Western Conference semifinals. The Avs also have stiff competition from the St. Louis Blues and the Vegas Knights in the West Division, but the other 5 teams in that group do not appear to be threatening, which is, I've mentioned this time and time again on my shows. Now, the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7-1 here, fresh off their second Stanley Cup in franchise history, a second on the odds board here. Tampa took obviously a major hit with the announcement that Kucherov will miss the entire regular season due to hip surgery, but the Lightning have arguably the lightest competition in the league playing the Central Division. Okay, I said this again. I'm just reading facts and stats and what I mentioned on my show time and time again. They do have the weakest division, so the champs should have no issue getting to the postseason once again, and they will. And Kucherov could then possibly return. Plus, they still have Stamkos coming back, Braden Point, Victor Hedman, and Vasilevsky in net. Okay, so back to the West Division for the third team, that's the Vegas Knights. Now they're at 9-1. The Knights landed the biggest free agency star, of course, Alex Pietrangelo, building upon a roster that was the number 1 seed in the Western Conference last season, but also upset by the Dallas Stars, who came into the Western Conference Finals. The Maple Leafs, 13-1. Crazy. They were at 17-1 a few weeks ago. They went to 15 and 14-1. Now they're at 13-1. All right, no major changes here as well. They still have the features of Matthews, Marner, Tavares, and of course they got knocked out early by the Blue Jackets last season. So I expect the Leafs here to make some sort of run. And of course, at 13-1 now, they're getting bumped up here as well. But on that note, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk more Stanley Cup futures, and then I will get into the bulk of the NHL totals for over-unders coming into next season. Stay tuned, guys. Be right back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thanks so much for tuning in to today, December 29th, 2020 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only King of the Ice, Philly Pete. And again, we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thanks for holding the fort for me. We are coming up, quickly approaching the end of the year. It's crazy just very crazy how this year has been for everybody. So Back on point here, rounding at the top of the Stanley Cup odds board are representatives from the East Division. Boston Bruins at 14-1. They dropped back a little bit. The Philadelphia Flyers 17-1. I had them at 18-1. They're at 17-1 now. While at the bottom of the 2021 Cup odds board, the Ottawa Senators at 200-1 and the Wings at 350-1. So I don't expect them to do anything here, but here we go. Now, as of yesterday, here are the updated Stanley Cup odds. As of yesterday, Colorado 6-1. Once again, like I said, we had them at 9-1. So you're getting a little bit of a value. I know it's a chalky value, but at 9-1, we got them when we did when these lines first came out. We locked and loaded that ticket for you all and clients. Colorado 6-1. Tampa 7-1. Vegas Golden Knights 9-1. So Vegas was also with Tampa not too long ago. They were both at 7-1. Vegas drops down a little bit, or goes up a little bit more to 9-1. So something iffy there. I mean, I still like that at 9-1, but from them to go from 7-1 to 9-1, something about that Vegas knows that we don't, in terms of betting wise. Toronto, a big jump from 17-1 to 13-1. Boston 14-1. I know they were about 10 or 11-1. They're dropping back because they're not going to have Pasternak nor Marchand to start the season, so they're going to miss some time. It makes sense here. Philly 17-1. St. Louis 20-1. That's a good ticket. Carolina 20-1. Another good ticket there. Pittsburgh 22-1. Caps 24-1. They were at 18-1 at some point, and they dropped down to 24-1. That is still a good value there for your bang. Dallas Stars 25-1. They were at 20-1 not too long ago. They dropped down to 25-1. This is another good value ticket here as well. We saw what Dallas did last year. Okay, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals at 25-1. You're getting a really good value here for the team that represented the West last year, and who could very well do it again this year. So I do like Dallas there at 25-1. Again, very good odds there. Edmonton 25-1. Preds 26-1. Islanders 30-1. They went from 28 back to, or going back up to 30-1. I have them at 28-1. At 30-1, again, it all comes back to if they're going to sign Bartzell or not. That's the key component for them to going back up into probably like the early 20-1-ish. But at 30-1 here, I still like that Islanders odds there. I love it. I really do. Calgary Flames 33-1. Rangers 33-1 as well. Another ticket to look forward to. They were 28-1 as well. And they just went back up to 33-1 big time. I mean, this is a good value bet as well. These are long shots that I like. I always love long shot value when it comes to Stanley Cup Finals here in futures. Canadians, probably the biggest steal that I ever had. I got them at 50-1. Okay, I put in multiple tickets for the Canadians. I at least have like 3 or 4 tickets on Canadians because I like them that much. A little bang for your buck there. But the fact that they are now 34-1 is unbelievable. You know something's been going on, obviously, with all their additions that they got and acquisitions. They're a strong team this year, and they're going to make a case, obviously, to win their division. 6-1 is a really good piece as well. So those people, like I mentioned earlier on my show a couple weeks ago, last week, when I was talking Cup futures again, might have been 2 weeks ago, they were at 50-1, and then they crept to 40-1. Now they're at 34-1. Again, this is why I talked this information early, so you guys and ladies could get your tickets in early before movement. And this is a dramatic movement change as well. So Canadians, 34-1. I mean, still good value, but not as much as 50-1 like what we all have. Panthers 35-1, Canucks 37-1. I still like that play as well. Jets 37-1. Columbus 45-1. Good odds there. Minnesota Wild at 50-1. That's a great long shot as well. I know I talk about the Wild a lot too on my show. 50-1, they still stay consistent there, so I like that spot too. Blackhawks, San Jose 55-1. Ducks, Coyotes, Sabres 60-1. Devils 70-1. Kings 85-1. And then you get down to the last two. Sens 175-1. Wings 300-1. So there you have it. So now the bang of the buck, the last segment, the witching 10 minutes of the show here, the final segment of my show here that I like to say. We are going to talk about as much as we can, because otherwise I'll talk more about the over-unders tomorrow. But To open up the NHL season on January 13th, real quick, we have five games: Vancouver, Edmonton, St. Louis, Colorado, Pittsburgh Flyers, oh boy, Chicago, Tampa, and Montreal and Toronto. So those are the 5 games that will be on January 13th. So stay tuned. Times are TBD as we speak. Now, getting into the bulk of the action now. So over-unders, all right, season point totals is what everyone's looking forward to. In the East Division, all right, I'll run down the East and the Central, and then tomorrow I'll talk North and West. So Boston Bruins over-under points at 70, Penguins 70.5, Flyers 65.5, Caps 63, Rangers 62, Islanders 59.5, Sabres 57.5, and the Devils 51.5. Well, I'm going to first off and say this. Here's a bold prediction here from Philly Pete here, and you could believe me, you could laugh at me, you could do whatever you want, but in the East Division here, I don't think anyone's hitting 70 points this year. My bold prediction for 2020-2021 season is that there's really going to be I don't think anybody in the East is going to hit 70 points this year. That's my bold prediction for the East Division. I think the Bruins are going to go under, okay, strictly because you're losing 2 key components on your team. They're getting older. They'll for sure hit in the 60s, but I don't think they're going to hit 70. The Penguins at 70.5, the fact that they have a half of a point more than the Bruins, that's mind-boggling to me. They're getting older as well. They lost Matt Murray. You can only imagine old Crosby and old Malkin. I mean, they're getting older as the day speaks. So, I mean, if I'm putting any sort of big-size unit on any of these teams here, I'm going with the Penguins under 70.5 points. I'm probably going to lay a 2-unit play on this as well. And listen, if you want to tell me. But again, I just like the fact that the Penguins here, you know, they're probably going to be a postseason team like usual, but they're not hitting 71 points this year, let alone 70. Again, my bold prediction is that they're all going to be in the 60s. I mean, there's not going to be a 70-point team in the East Division. Like I said, I'm going Bruins under 70. Penguins will be a 2-unit point total for Philly Pete this year, and free for all you out there that are tuning in, under 70.5 points. That is too much for the Penguins here, especially for what they lost and the fact that the club is getting older by the minute here. So I like the Penguins under 70.5. The Flyers 65.5. I like under as well. I'm sold on the Flyers, of course. They're a playoff contending team, but I think they barely just not get 65. I don't think they're going to get 66 points. It's going to be tough. I really think they stay in that 60 to 65 range, barely staying under. But again, that's another under team as well. So that's what I'm thinking here. Rangers, again, another team that, I like the Rangers this year. I really do. I think they'll be that wild card team because you have Panarin, you have Lafreniere, the first overall pick. But I really do think that the Rangers, they have a shot here, but I think they squeak out. They'll squeak out an under here as well. I like 60 here for them at least, but definitely a contending playoff team when everything's said and done. And to be honest, I mean, between the Caps and the Rangers and the Islanders, I mean, those are 3 teams that are going to battle for postseason. I mean, we know that 6 out of the 8 teams in this division are compatible to get to the playoffs. Rangers, I like the under. Capitals, I like the over as well. Ovechkin's going to keep playing his ass off, and I really do think that the Caps are going to get over that 63 mark. Islanders at 59.5. I like the Islanders this year a lot. I like the over there. I'm taking the over 59.5 for the Islanders. Devils, I'm on the fence with. I mean, they could be a surprise team, but to me, that's another team that I think they're just going to be on the brink. I want to say they just squeeze out an under here. I think they get 50 points here. Maybe next year. I think next year, when they have more experience, I really do think between Jack Hughes and the rest of the gang there, I think they'll get over their point total, possibly be even a threat in the postseason if they make it. I really think that this is a true contender at some point, just not this year. And the Sabres at 57.5, I like the under as well because you really don't know what Taylor Hall is going to bring to this team. Is he going to leave during, when there's a deadline to go to a contending team, knowing that the Sabres probably won't be in contention this year? Time will tell. He's going to provide points for this squad. But honestly, I think the Sabres go under 57.5 here as well. and the Devils just barely getting under as well. So again, I mean, Capitals, I like the over, and quite personally, the Islanders, I like the over as well, big time. So there you go for the East Division. And to round out the rest of the show here is the Central Division. Now, again, Tampa to me is, at 76 points, that's a lot. That is a lot of points for Tampa here. They are a good team. We know that. We absolutely know that here. And, it's even without Kucherov for a little bit, for a fact that this team is capable of hitting that 76 mark, and they will. They absolutely will. So I'm going over with the Lightning here. But a team that really does stand out to me is the Blue Jackets at 61. All right, over-under for the Blue Jackets at 61. I love the over. I absolutely love the over there for the Blue Jackets big time. I'm a huge fan of the Jackets this year. But at 61, I think that's low for them. I really think that they are compatible to hitting maybe the 65 mark. I really do. So I'm taking the over. I really love the Jackets over 61 here. That's a great big play for me as well. So I'm not confident. I'm not confident that the Jackets get over 61 points this year. Red Wings under 47. That's just, I hate to say that, but I mean, they'll be lucky to hit 40 points this year, maybe 45. I don't think they come, but I don't think they come close to 47 at all. I really think that this is a under galore season for the Wings. But when you're looking at this here, I really think that, Stars at 64, that's another team that I like to go over as well. I mean, they took Lightning to the Stanley Cup Finals. They're a great team. They didn't lose anybody that's really that big on the squad at all. They got Kudobin back at net. So I think at 64, that is a little low for the Dallas Stars. I like the over. I expect them to get at least probably about 66, 67 points. So I like the over in the Stars at 64. Hurricanes, like I said, I think the Hurricanes are the team that will probably take, if there's any competition in the Central Division here, I know Lightning have an easy road, but again, the Stars and the Hurricanes, to me, are definitely those two teams that can give them some issues. And again, the Jackets, be on the lookout for the Jackets. But the Canes at 68.5, I think that's too much for them. I think they're in about this 60 to 65 range. Preds at 67, I like the under as well. Again, 67 is just too much for them. I think the Stars, that's where the Stars should be. I think the Stars should be at 67 points and Predators at 64. But Predators are 67. I like the under there. Stars, obviously, over 64. The Panthers here at 61.5. That's a tough number. I know they're a postseason team, but they lost so much in the offseason. And quite possibly Mike Hoffman, obviously, is on free agency as well. So at 61.5, I like the under for the Panthers as well. Just, they're going to take a step back this year, and I really think that they're not going to make the postseason because, again, their roster got depleted, and they don't have their stars anymore. They're gone. So 61.5, that's an easy under for me, I think, as well for the Panthers here. They take a step back. The Blue Jackets, my wild card in this division, I like them to go over 61 points, of course. The Blackhawks, I want to take a chance here. I want to say under. I really want to say under 53.5. Not having Taves really does kill this vibe a little bit. We're not sure what the sustained amount of time is that he's going to be out for, but the fact that that's your key component on that team, and again, this team's getting older and older. They lost Crawford as well. They're just a depleted team. Again, they're just really heartbroken that Crawford's gone. And that's going to kill the vibe for this squad. So I like the under 53.5 for the Blackhawks and the Red Wings. Under 47, simple as that. So there you have it. So once again, I'm betting big time on the Penguins under 70.5. I just think that's too much of a number for the Penguins. And the Stars over 64. And of course, my dark horse, the Blue Jackets over 61. Okay, that's a big, big one for me as well. I really do like the Blue Jackets over 61 this year. So there you have it. I'm out of time. I will talk tomorrow about the North Division and West Division season point totals. And there you have it. So have a great, great Tuesday. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Happy holidays. And same time, same place tomorrow, Knuckleheads. I'll see you guys. Bye.